What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including urgent news as is concern for former WWE star Melina amongst the LA fires. A fired WWE wrestler addresses allegations. Is Stephanie McMahon returning to WWE full-time? WWE changing Hulk Hogan's plans. Scott Steiner and Triple H make amends. Booker T is returned to the ring, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on Wrestlelamia XL. Now let's see the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at urgent concern for former WWE star Melina amongst the LA fires. At top of today's news is concern for the well-being of former WWE star Melina. This concern began when Pride of Wrestling took to X to reveal that Melina has been quote-unquote unreachable amidst the recent fires in Los Angeles. They tweeted out urgent, tagging in real Melina, "We're deeply saddened as WWE legend Melina has been unresponsive amidst the troubling events unfolding in Los Angeles. If anyone has seen or heard from her, please report her safe. Any information helps. Thank you. Please share." Now, at the time of this video, there's been no official update on her well-being. We're extending our prayers to Melina, and hopefully there is some positive news very soon. Next up, CM Punk still hoping for Dream. Now, in a recent interview from WWE star CM Punk, he revealed that he still wants to go one-on-one with Stone Cold Steve Austin in an epic Dream match. Punk sat down with Nightcap, and Punk revealed that he would love to wrestle Austin, and if it wasn't due to injuries, then it would be Bret Hart. One name always comes to mind, and that's Stone Cold Steve Austin. Unfortunately, he had to retire because of injuries and he had a stroke, but Bret Hart is another one. Bret Hart would be a dream for me because that is a guy I looked up to when I was a kid. As far as legends go, the ones that probably aren't going to happen but are dream matches, Austin is number one with a bullet. The WWE have teased the Punk vs Austin match before, and there was rampant speculation that WWE would actually deliver the match when both men took part in a tense exchange to promote WWE 13. Rumors resurfaced relating to a potential match when Punk returned to WWE in 2023. It was even reported that WWE were even interested in booking the match, yet these reports quickly faded, and now it looks like, for now at least, that Austin will stay retired. Also during the interview, Punk would also discuss what names in the current WWE locker room he would love to face, citing Gunther and Cody Rhodes. We have a pretty wealthy locker room when it comes to talent right now. There are a lot of people that I would love to get in there with. Gunther, he's the champ on Raw. Would love to mix it up with my boy Cody Rhodes. The WWE booked the Punk vs Gunther match at a live event at the tail end of last year. It looked like at one stage that WWE were going to book the match for Survivor Series, but WWE pivoted and went in a different direction. Who would you guys like to see Punk wrestle next? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, a fired WWE wrestler addresses allegations. Now, Odyssey Jones was set for a huge push last year, but that was until he was taken off WWE television and subsequently released. It was later revealed that Jones had claims of domestic abuse made against him, and Jones went quiet on the subject for a while, but now he's broken his silence via video on social media. In the video released this weekend, Jones stated that he'll be seeking legal action regarding the allegations. I'm making this video to address the false allegations. These false claims are coming from a party that I used to prior engage with. I apologize for taking so long for addressing these false claims, but I had to patiently wait to get an injunction set in place to protect my family, my friends, and myself. I'm currently taking legal action against said party, so I can't speak out too much more on it, but there will be more information to come. Jones would then thank WWE for giving him an opportunity, and Jones would confirm that he's now returning to wrestling by taking bookings in 2025. With that being said, I would like to thank the WWE for the amazing opportunity they've given me in life. I thank you so much for bringing me on. I'd like to thank all the coaches I've worked with over the years for helping me work on my craft and grow as a person. I'd also like to thank management and creative for putting me in a position for success, as well as thank the fans for the support that they have given me, not only today, but all the way back in day one. With all that being said, the journey continues. I'm ready to get back to doing what I love to do. I'm accepting bookings in 2025, and thank you all for your support and your time. Jones has a number of WWE names supporting him over on Instagram, so it'll be interesting to see how this story develops. Next up, Bronson Reed return date revealed. Bronson Reed has been out of action since Survivor Series when he leaped off the top of the cage, breaking his talus bone completely in half. During his recovery, Reed has become one of the stars on social media as his antics are utterly hilarious, saying that a number of people, including Hulk Hogan, need a tsunami, maybe 12 tsunamis. Currently on that list is Ric Flair and Kim Jong-un as well as Hogan. But with that being said, Reed shared some positive news recently, and he's currently aiming for a July return date, which would make Reed available for the 2025 SummerSlam event. Reed was on the run of his career before his unfortunate injury, and hopefully he'll be able to gain back all his momentum upon his highly anticipated return to WWE television. Next up, Stephanie McMahon returning to WWE full-time. Could Stephanie McMahon be making a dramatic return to WWE? McMahon recently appeared on camera during the Raw and Netflix premiere, and according to Eric Bischoff on his 83 Weeks podcast, due to McMahon being featured a lot more over the past 12 months, it's likely going to lead to McMahon returning in an active role. I kind of expected it. I would have been surprised if we didn't see her. We're seeing more and more, and it's really gradual. Again, I've said this before, but I think if I have any unique talents, it's spotting patterns in situations and people sometimes. I've been watching what they've been doing with Stephanie, even in terms of her name being mentioned in press releases, things like that, or stories in the trades. I think we're probably going to see more of Stephanie in 2025. I don't know if we want to call this a real prediction or not, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see Stephanie come back in an active role in 2025. Triple H confirmed last year that his wife isn't in an active role in the company as things stand. However, the game didn't rule out a return. McMahon was incredibly popular both backstage and in the WWE offices, so her making a return wouldn't be the worst business decision in the world. Do you guys want to see her back full time? Let us know in the comments. Next up, Booker T returns to the ring. Now, Booker T made his highly anticipated return to the ring this weekend. The former world champion would face Bloodline member Zilla Fatu, and Booker actually got the win, showing everyone in attendance that he still has it. Booker vs Fatu took place at Booker's Reality of Wrestling show, and this marked Booker's first match since 2023. Do you think this guy's going to be Rumble ready? Maybe he shows up to the Rumble as a surprise entrant. Next up, WWE changing Hulk Hogan plans. Based on Hulk Hogan's horrendous reaction on Raw this week, a logic would suggest that Hogan wouldn't be making any subsequent WWE appearances. However, in a new report from Sean Ross Sapp from Fightful Select, WWE have been re-evaluating how to use Hogan to promote the beer sponsorship, and there are even pitches for other talent to serve as the face of the brand. WWE has been re-evaluating how they would use Hulk Hogan in conjunction with their Real American Beer sponsorship, Fightful Select reported this week, including pitches for other talent to serve as the endorsement face. These are sure to be met with mixed reviews backstage in WWE, as it's highly unlikely that any sensible wrestler wants to associate with Hogan in this capacity, especially after all the negative press that he's been receiving. WWE's working relationship with Hogan is certainly a questionable business move, and there could have been calls from fans for a reporter to directly ask Triple H about Hogan's controversial past. This will likely be asked at the pre-show press conference, and if Hogan sticks around in WWE, then the Royal Rumble may be a good time and place to ask the game for his thoughts on the Hulkster. Next up, Scott Steiner and Triple H make amends. Scott Steiner recently appeared on Busted Open Radio, and it made for a fascinating listen. Steiner, as he always does, spoke openly about various topics, and one of the more shocking revelations was that Steiner revealed that he's buried the hatchet with WWE and Triple H, and the game has even offered Steiner's son a WWE NIL contract. Now, there was a ton of animosity between Steiner and the game, but thankfully that's been put behind both men. Definitely a good move if you want your son in the WWE. Next up, a legend rips into modern wrestling. Now, speaking of Steiner, he had a less than stellar opinion on the state of modern wrestling. During the aforementioned appearance on Busted Open Radio, Steiner discussed his thoughts on today's in-ring product, and this is what the former WCW champion had to say. It's a spot show, a bunch of spot monkeys. That was the term. It's like, man, nowadays you take a DDT and they pop up and go right back to doing a DDT again, like nothing really means anything. It's almost like a performance with the stars. Yeah, it's like a performance. I wish they would scale it back. You gotta make it make sense. You can't just have somebody punching you in the face and acting like it didn't hurt. In a real fight, a punch is gonna hurt. A poke in the eye is gonna hurt. That's the only thing I don't like. It doesn't make sense. Other wrestlers have shared similar sentiments over the years, so Steiner clearly doesn't stand alone in his opinions. And finally, have WWE forgotten about their next TV special? Our final story today takes a look at a recent fan criticism directed towards the build, or very lack thereof, of the next Saturday night's main event. In less than 2 weeks, WWE will present the next Saturday night's main event, and as things stand, not a single match or segment is set for the show. There's been a talking point on social media this weekend, as it's almost as if the WWE have just forgotten about the show. The show is set to take place just 7 days before the 2025 Rumble, which makes little sense, as it's probable that any huge matches will likely be saved for the big premium live event. It's unknown why WWE have decided to schedule the show for a week before the Rumble, but whatever the case, WWE needs to get it together and announce some matches for the show. Now, Hulk Hogan is heavily featured in the video promo for the show, however it's not been made clear what his role is on the show. Additionally, Jey Uso is featured on the poster, so it does seem like Main Event Jey will be in a featured match, but this is yet to be confirmed by WWE. But there you have it folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below. I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.